What's up, everybody? It's Aquinas VR, and I'm here to give you a little philosophy lesson. This is a very important philosophy when it comes to life. So, the lesson that I wanted to give you is Stoicism. This is a very influential philosophy. It comes from thinkers like Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, Zeno of Citium, and Seneca. So, what Stoicism teaches you is to focus on what you can control. Do not go stressing about what you can't control, rather, you should accept it. Thus, you must live with wisdom and you must act in virtue in life. So, first, we have to dive into what they think about control. They have a dichotomy for it. So, they tell you these things that are under your control and what's not in your control. And what's under your control are things like choices, actions, and thoughts. What's not under control is past events, whether people like you, or the outcome of your efforts. So think of it as if you're in school and you're taking a test. You can control like what you study, how much you study, and you can focus on trying to do your best, right? But you cannot control the questions. You cannot control whether you will naturally get nervous, and you cannot control the grade that you will get on the test. Now, what we want to dive into is what they talk about with virtue and how to live in virtue. So, in Stoicism, you emphasize four virtues. This is wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Wisdom being knowing what is right, justice being treating others fairly, courage being doing what is right despite fear, and temperance is self-control. So, say for instance you're playing a game and somebody decides to insult you. If you were a Stoic, you would ask yourself, what is the best response when it comes to being wise, being just, being courageous, and having self-control in the response itself? That's what a Stoic would focus on. Next, we want to focus on the emotions. So, Stoics do not try to eliminate emotions, right? But what Stoics do, they try to not be controlled and, you know, like ruled over by these certain emotions that they have, such as, for instance, rage or envy or panic. They try to not let it rule over them, right? Because they want to rule themselves. That's who they are. So, at the end of the day, right? You always have to ask yourself in these actions, if you're a true Stoic, did I do well? What did I do well? Did I do something poorly? And how can I improve myself? That's the biggest thing about Stoics, to always improve yourself. Look at improvision. Look at doing well. Look at what you did poorly and fix it. Um, Epictetus, in his works on Stoicism, wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Marcus Aurelius, likewise, in Meditations, he writes about evils, and he says that evils and bads are only made so stressful and so troubling for us because we interpret it that way. So yeah, that's a quick lesson on Stoicism. If you like Stoicism, please read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. And actually, if you go on Amazon, you can find all the works of the Stoics. You can find the Wisdom of the Stoics on Amazon in hardcover, or you can read it on Kindle. But if you like Stoicism, definitely study into it. It's a very good philosophy when you want to be life-changing. It's also heavy with Christianity because Christianity supports a lot of these notions, such as self-improvement, um, looking not avoiding the bads that you've done, but fixing the bads that you've done, and always remembering how to do these things well. That is the main focus of Stoicism, and that is something that Christianity and God wants you to do. If you want to see more content on how you can improve your life and improve yourself, please subscribe to Aquinas VR. I'm going to be constantly posting this. I actually don't know how many I'm going to post today, but it's going to be a lot because I have a lot of time, and this explanation only took me about 5 minutes. So, bye, everybody.